Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell. When it comes to Hell in a Cell, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Hold on. Stop right there. Sit back, relax, and think. When you think of the words Hell in a Cell, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Oh, what's the greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time? What's your top 10 greatest Hell in a Cell matches of all time? On this specific list, in this specific video, I must warn you. In this top 10 greatest Hell in a Cell matches of all time, The Undertaker, out of 10 matches that I picked, that is on my list in this video, out of the 10 matches that I have on this list, The Undertaker is a part of 7 of them. That means there's 3 matches out of 10 that The Undertaker's not in. I must warn you right now. And if you're an Undertaker fan, you must be marking the fuck out right now. But Hell in a Cell is one of my favorite matches in WWE history. Now, when it comes to Hell in a Cell, I think about Taker and Mick Foley. I think about the documentary about Mick Foley and The Undertaker that happened this past year. If you guys haven't watched that Mick Foley Undertaker document about the Hell in a Cell match, go watch it. Go watch it. It is a great watch. There were some things, hell, even when I saw it, there was some shit there that Mick Foley was telling that I did not know. For example, here's a little sneak preview. McMahon asked Mick Foley if he ever stepped on top of the cell. He said yes. And then McMahon asked, "Are you comfortable going on top of the Hell in a Cell?" Mick Foley said yes. Mind you, Mick Foley lied to Vince himself. Lied. Foley never went on top of the Hell in a Cell. Never went there. Never went on top. And he wasn't comfortable doing it. There's a little sneak preview for you right there. I advise you guys to go watch that documentary on Mick Foley and The Undertaker from this past year. Go watch it. It's a great watch. I think the documentary is like 15 minutes long. I think, not too sure, but go ahead and watch it. It's one hell of a watch. Go watch it. But when it comes to Hell in a Cell, I think about Mick Foley and The Undertaker. I think about the first Hell in a Cell match between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. I think about Shawn and Triple H in their longest Hell in a Cell match in history. I think about Batista against The Undertaker back in 2007 at Survivor Series. So much moments there. But if you guys know me well enough, you guys know what my number one is. It's not that difficult what my number one is. And if you guys don't know what my number one is, you're going to have to watch the entire video to watch what my number one greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time is. But if you guys don't know who I am Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel on this Top 10 Friday, March 15th, 2019. If you guys are enjoying these Top 10 Friday videos, smash that like button as hard as you possibly can. Make sure to comment down below what is your top 10 greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time list. And also, if you guys are new to the channel, if you guys are looking for Raw review, SmackDown review, NXT review, Throwback Thursday, Top 10 Friday, a wrestling podcast that we do on Saturdays. You guys are going to get episode 11 tomorrow. And episodes of WWE 2K19 My Career, man. I want you guys to hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells for all notifications. Check out the content that I have provided for you guys this past week. Throwback Thursday, beginning with Throwback Thursday. Yesterday, we uploaded Throwback Thursday. It went up late yesterday because I was so tired. I'm like, you know what? Let me just upload this a little bit more later. See how it does. So far, the numbers are doing pretty good so far. Top of Thursday's video, man. The champ makes the game submit. We review WrestleMania 22's card. Link to this video will be in the annotation. Also, NXT from this past Wednesday. Johnny Wrestling flips the script on the champ. So link to this video will be in the annotation. What I thought was a very good episode of NXT back on Wednesday. Also, SmackDown review. SmackDown, man, starting to do those consistent shows, man. This is the 7th consecutive week in a row that SmackDown's been doing consistent shows. Vince McMahon literally stacks the deck against Kofi Kingston. If Kofi Kingston wants to be part of WrestleMania and challenge Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship, he has to do a gauntlet match and win the gauntlet match next week. Link to this video will be in the annotation on the upper right hand corner of your screen. And Raw review from this past Monday. The best segment of the night. Batista gets what he wants at WrestleMania. Make sure, guys, this Monday Night Raw review will be in the annotation on the upper right hand corner of your screen. Also with these videos as well. Follow me on social media, man. Twitter, Chris from Loring. Instagram, your boy Chris _WFB. And Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And if you guys are new to the channel, guys, and you guys like what you see on the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells for all notifications. And also, guys, all new subscribers will get shout outs tomorrow on episode 11 of the Reality Podcast right here on YouTube. So, you guys are just dying to know, Chris, what is your top 10 greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time? Well, let's begin at number 10, shall we? The Undertaker versus Edge, SummerSlam 2008, inside Hell in a Cell. Now, as you guys know, Undertaker and Edge is one of the greatest rivalries in all of WWE history. Now, you gotta look back to 2007. Remember when Edge cashed in Money in the Bank on The Undertaker? And then Taker was out for like 4 or 5 months. After Undertaker came back, he went after the World Heavyweight Championship that was stolen from him. Remember when Edge cashed in Money in the Bank on The Undertaker? That time, back in 2007, Taker wanted revenge. So, Taker had a match against Batista back at 2007 Survivor Series. Edge was disguised as a cameraman. I don't know how the fuck Edge got in that cell. I don't know how, low key. So, the Undertaker thought Edge would never come back. So, Edge cost the Undertaker the World Heavyweight Championship. The next pay-per-view after, we got Batista defending the world title against Edge and The Undertaker at Armageddon. Edge won the world title. So then Taker had to win a #1 contenders elimination chamber match to get Edge at WrestleMania, which Taker beat Edge at WrestleMania. Then they had a few matches here and there, Backlash, Judgment Day, nothing. Then the World Heavyweight Championship was vacated due to the fact that The Undertaker was using a banned submission move known as Hell's Gate. So they had a TLC match at One Night Stand 2008 between Undertaker and Edge. Edge won the world title. Taker had to leave WWE, quote unquote. So Vicky made a match between Edge and The Undertaker for Edge's revenge. No, for Vicky Guerrero's revenge. Remember when Vicky Guerrero and Edge were married? Oh boy. Cringe. So we got Taker versus Edge inside Hell in a Cell. Vicky Guerrero reinstated The Undertaker, and Vicky made the match between Edge and The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam 2008. This match was great. I love this matchup. Attention to detail if you're watching this matchup. They literally had a table, a ladder, and a chair. It was literally a TLC match inside of a cage. The match was good. Taker looked good. Edge looked good. Let me tell you, man, when it comes to Edge, this is one of Edge's greatest matches ever. Even though he lost. But this was one of Edge's greatest matches. Not even gonna lie to you. I think this was Edge's only appearance inside Hell in a Cell, if I'm not mistaken. But I advise you guys to go watch this matchup between Edge and The Undertaker back at SummerSlam 2008. Now, if you guys want to see hellacious endings, literally and figuratively, go watch the end of this matchup. See what The Undertaker does to Edge. So Taker and Edge coming in at number 10. Coming in hot at number 9, folks. Triple H versus Chris Jericho Judgment Day 2002, Inside Hell in a Cell. Now, this was the least favorite of my greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time, but I had to put this match in there. It was either this match or Batista versus Triple H, Vengeance 2005. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me just put these two. Let me just put this match inside, and I had to dub. I had to leave out Batista and Triple H from Vengeance 2005. This match was good. This wasn't the least of my favorite, but it was good nonetheless. Simple fact that Triple H beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 18 for the Undisputed Championship. So Chris Jericho wanted revenge. Turns out Jericho and Triple H, you guys remember the brand extension? When Ric Flair had Raw and Vince had SmackDown? So Vince had both Jericho and Triple H on the same roster on SmackDown back in 2002. So Jericho wanted revenge for what happened to him at WrestleMania 18 when Triple H beat him for the Undisputed Championship. So McMahon and Jericho made an alliance, and Triple H got fucked up. So McMahon announced Triple H versus Chris Jericho inside Hell in a Cell at Judgment Day. So match was good though, not gonna lie to you, match was pretty good. But it didn't do anything for me towards the end because the simple fact that, oh, okay, Triple H won. What does this do for him? Does he get a championship match down the road? Possibly. But this was a rare occasion when the referee had to climb up the cell. I advise you guys to go watch this match as well. Match was good, but like I said, this match didn't really do anything for me. So, coming in number 9, Jericho versus Triple H from Judgment Day 2002. Coming in hot at number 8, folks, Batista versus The Undertaker. Number 1 for The Undertaker. Number 1. Number 1, man. No, actually number 2. Sorry about that. Number 2. Batista versus The Undertaker at Survivor Series 2007 for the World Heavyweight Championship. Remember how I mentioned that Edge versus Taker? Everything began on this night between Edge and The Undertaker. Everything began. So, with Batista and The Undertaker, this was one of the greatest rivalries ever between Batista and The Undertaker. Taker won the Rumble back in 2007. So Taker chose Batista to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 23. Taker won. He beat Batista at WrestleMania 23 and won the World Heavyweight Championship. If anything, I reviewed WrestleMania 23. Link to that video will also be in the annotation on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. So, Taker beat Batista. Taker went, I believe, 15-0. Yes, 15-0 at WrestleMania and won the World Heavyweight Championship. Batista got his rematch clause against The Undertaker back at Backlash in a last man standing. That match ended at a draw, so by default, Taker retained the World Heavyweight Championship. Then, they fought in a steel cage on May 11th, 2007 edition of SmackDown, which was another draw. So that's when Edge cashed in Money in the Bank and beat The Undertaker and won the world title. Then, going forward, when Taker came back, Taker and Batista fought at Cyber Sunday 2007 with Stone Cold as the guest referee. Batista beat The Undertaker to retain the World Heavyweight title. So, Batista got a win against Taker. Taker got a win against Batista and 2 draws. So, the tiebreaker would be Survivor Series Inside Hell in a Cell. This match was great. I'm not going to lie to you. This was one of the best matches in all of 2007 on that year. Batista retained the world title because of Edge's interference. Edge hit Taker with a concerto, and Edge put Batista over The Undertaker to retain the World Heavyweight title. So there you go, man. Coming in at number 8, Batista versus The Undertaker. Coming in at number 7, Triple H versus The Undertaker. This is the third matchup, folks. This is the third match for The Undertaker. This is the third matchup. Triple H versus The Undertaker, end of an era. And it took place inside Hell in a Cell. Now, I'm reviewing my list here on my phone. Taker is in one, two, no, hold on. No, Siri. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I apologize. Undertaker was in 8 of these matches. 8. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I apologize. 7. 7. So we got Triple H versus The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, end of an era. I fucking love this match. This match, I swear to God, this match was the best match of the night in 2012. This was the greatest match of 2012, period. This was the end of an era with Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee. Now, you guys know how obsessed Shawn Michaels was to end the streak. Taker retired Shawn at WrestleMania 26. So Triple H wanted to avenge Shawn Michaels by trying to defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania 27. Did that work out for Triple H? No. Although Taker won the match, Taker felt like he lost the match because he didn't walk out of the match. He didn't walk out on his own power. If you guys watch WrestleMania 27, Taker couldn't. He spent the last, I believe, 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes laying down. And he still won the match. He made Triple H tap out to Hell's Gate back at WrestleMania 27. So, fast forward to January of 2012. Taker comes back, wanted to challenge Triple H. Triple H said no. Didn't want to. Because he felt bad for what he did to The Undertaker the year prior at 27. So, Taker had to talk some shit. And also attention to detail there. When Taker came back on Triple H on the night after Royal Rumble 2012, Taker had a wig on. It looked like he had a wig on. I wonder why he did that, because turns out during this whole build between Taker and Triple H, Taker cut his hair. And my God, the simple fact that I had to see Taker bald, no. Keep your hair, Mr. Undertaker, sir. So we go to 28, Triple H and Taker, Hell in a Cell. And then the next week later, Shawn had to be in this match as a special guest referee. Mind you, Shawn's retired. Taker was the one who retired Shawn. So there you go. This match was fantastic. Loved every single minute of this match. There was a point in that match where I thought that Taker was going to lose this match. Shawn Michaels super kicked Taker, followed by a pedigree by Triple H. Taker kicked out. Normally, when somebody gets hit with a super kick, followed by a pedigree, it's 1, 2, 3 match over. Right? Taker kicked out. My God, that had the entire building just go fucking crazy. Taker won. He goes 20-0 at WrestleMania, and then you guys know what happened after that. Triple H, Shawn, and Taker walk up the stage. This was the end of an era. So, good on them, man. This match is number 7. Coming in hot at number 6, people. Triple H versus Mick Foley, Cactus Jack. Inside Hell in a Cell for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. And if Mick Foley was to lose, his career would end. I advise you guys, before you watch this match, go watch Royal Rumble 2000 between Cactus Jack and Triple H in that street fight. I would love you guys to go watch that match. That matchup was fucking hellacious. This match, crazy. And let me warn you, there was a barbed wire, no, a 2x4 surrounded by barbed wire on fire during this match. Crazy shit. I love this match. This match brings back so much memories. This pay-per-view legitimately brings back so much memories. Going back to my childhood days. I loved this match. This match is great. Triple H is great. Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, great. This match told a story. that no matter how old Cactus Jack would be, he still got it, fam. He still got it. That match proved that, you know, Cactus Jack can hang with the likes of the young kid like Triple H. So this match was great. This match is at number 6 of my list. Triple H retained the World Wrestling Federation Championship, and Mick Foley had to retire. So I love this match. I advise you guys to go watch it. Number 6, Triple H and Cactus Jack. Coming in number 5, folks, Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship against The Undertaker. No Mercy 2002. This match was so bloody. My fucking God. I advise you guys to listen. The matches, listen, the list I have here for you guys. I advise you guys to watch every single match on this list. This match was so good. Yes, Brock Lesnar was in the beginning of his rise up of his career. Lesnar entered World Wrestling Entertainment the night after WrestleMania 18. So that's April, May, June, July, August. Within 5 months of Brock Lesnar in WWE, he beat The Rock at SummerSlam and won the Undisputed Championship, becoming the youngest champion in history. So, Taker had to teach Brock a lesson. He thought that he would love to teach Brock Lesnar a lesson here. They had a match at Unforgiven. That match was good. That match ended up a no disqualification match. Lesnar retained. So then we have to go to October of 2002, where we had Lesnar and Taker fight inside Hell in a Cell for the WWE title. This match was so good. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, there was a spot in this match where Brock had steel steps. He hit The Undertaker in the head, legitly, not once, but twice. And you see when Taker's bleeding, there is a hole in his head after the second hit. You can visibly see the hole in Taker's head there. Crazy shit. Lesnar retained the championship over The Undertaker as Brock Lesnar continued to prove his dominance. Coming in at number 5, Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker from No Mercy 2002. Number 4. Man, I don't know how you guys feel about number 4. Armageddon Hell in a Cell. Kurt Angle defended the World Wrestling Federation Championship against The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, The Rock, and Rikishi. Now, there was so much storyline coming into this match. We had Rikishi running over Stone Cold Steve Austin at Survivor Series 2000. You guys watched the build during this match. My God. So much shit to catch up on. As you guys know, Austin got run down at Survivor Series 1999. Austin was supposed to be in the triple threat match against The Rock and Triple H at Survivor Series 99 in Detroit. But Austin got hit by a vehicle. Turned out it was Rikishi that did it. Now, obviously, if you guys remember the storyline, Triple H was the guy who set everything up. Now, Rikishi, at the time, he wasn't even in WWF television at the time. He wasn't there. He was there backstage just chilling, but he was never debuted on live television at the time. So, Triple H said, fuck it. No one's going to expect Rikishi, a guy like Rikishi, to run over Austin. So Rikishi turned heel. Then we had The Rock going after Angle and stuff, Taker going after Angle, blah, blah, blah. So Mick Foley, which was back then the commissioner, said, fuck it. We're going to end all of this right now. Kurt, you're going to defend the championship against 5 other guys in a Hell in a Cell match at Armageddon 2000. The odds of Kurt Angle retaining the title was so astronomical, it was not even funny. Now, coming into this matchup, would you guys expect Kurt Angle to walk out of Armageddon as still World Wrestling Federation champion? You're going to think no. You're going to think no. This match was so hellacious, it was not even funny. A spot in this match, Taker chokeslammed Rikishi from the top of the cell to the back of the truck. There was a truck, had so much, like, you know, hay and shit. You know the haze that you guys see in farms and stuff? There was a truck full of that. And Taker chokeslam Taker chokeslam Rikishi on the back of that truck. After that matchup, Rikishi suffered a ruptured spleen during that match, based on the fall that he took against The Undertaker. A big guy like Rikishi taking that fall? Jesus Christ. My God. Crazy shit. That just brought back the fact that Taker fucking tossed out Mick Foley. Remember that? Crazy. Kurt Angle retained the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Yes, you heard me correct. Kurt Angle retained the WWE title on this night, on this match. Go ahead and watch it. This match comes in at number 4. Coming in number 3, man. Top 3, man. Here we go. Number 3. We got Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Bad Blood 2004. Hell in a Cell. This match lasted 47 minutes and 26 seconds. I remember this rivalry so much. I remember this rivalry so vividly, but the amount of time I would have to explain this rivalry would cost me over 2 hours of this entire story. You guys know how Shawn and Triple H was in DX, in the beginning forming of DX. Triple H felt that he was taking a back seat and he had to carry Shawn to the ride. Now, remember when Shawn left because of the back injury that he suffered, took him out for 4 years. And Triple H had to carry the load of DX. He did. And he did it really good. So come in 2002, SummerSlam. We had Shawn Michaels come back in his first match in 4 years, going up against Triple H in a non-sanctioned match at SummerSlam 2002. One of the greatest SummerSlam matches of all time, by the way. Shawn beat Triple H, and up came the rise of Triple H from there. They battled in a non-sanctioned match. They battled inside in the Elimination Chamber. They had 3 stages of hell and everything. Last man standing. So Bischoff said, fuck it. Bischoff was then GM of Raw. Bischoff said, fuck it. You guys want to tear each other apart? Do it. But do it inside Hell in a Cell. So Triple H battled Shawn Michaels inside Hell in a Cell in one of the, this is legitly truth, the longest Hell in a Cell match in WWE history. This match lasted 47 minutes and 26 seconds. You watch this pay-per-view, this match lasted almost an hour. Almost an hour. Imagine going 47 minutes inside Hell in a Cell. My God. Sweet Jesus. I said a prayer after this night. I said a prayer that I hope Shawn Michaels and Triple H were fine. Michael suffered, I think, a broken hand during this match. These 2 men lost a ton of blood during this match, but Triple H won. It took him 3 pedigrees to beat Shawn Michaels. And that officially ended the storyline between Triple H and Shawn Michaels. So this match goes in at number 2. No, number 3 actually. I'm sorry about number 3. Coming in at number 2, the first ever Hell in a Cell match between The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. Now, this is one of my favorite rivalries of all time. Taker was World Wrestling Federation champion going up against Bret Hart at SummerSlam 1997. Now, I advise you guys to also watch that match. That match between Taker and Bret had one of the most greatest championship match endings ever. So, Shawn got spit in the face by Bret Hart. Mind you, Shawn had a chair. So Taker spat at Shawn's face. Michael took a step back and swung the chair, trying to hit Bret the Hitman Hart, but instead he hit The Undertaker, costing him the World Wrestling Federation Championship. So then that began the storyline between Taker and Shawn. They fought at Ground Zero in your house, 1997. That match went on to a no contest. So, President Gorilla Monsoon, I think it was Gorilla Monsoon, or I think it was Sergeant Slaughter. I think it was Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter announced that it will be Taker versus Shawn inside Hell in a Cell. And the winner would face whoever the WWF champion is at Survivor Series 1997. This took a huge course in the annals of WWE history. Now, Taker and Shawn fought inside Hell in a Cell. Just when Taker was about to hit the Tombstone Piledriver, Kane made his debut. Now, this match, I specifically asked myself this question every single time. What if Shawn never beat The Undertaker at this match? What if the Montreal Screwjob would have never even happened? Would have never even happened. So, Kane made his debut. He tombstoned The Undertaker. He bust through the freaking cell door. He tombstoned The Undertaker. Shawn crawled under the pool of his own blood and pinned The Undertaker. 1, 2, 3. Shawn wins. He fights Bret the Hitman Hart at Survivor Series 1997. You gotta ask yourself this question. When you was a child, you never really focused on this. But now, you're a grown man. Now you gotta know this. After this pay-per-view, the Montreal Screwjob happened between Bret and Shawn. Now, you gotta ask yourself this question. What if Shawn never beaten Taker on this match? Would the Montreal Screwjob even happen? No. You guys know the story of the Montreal Screwjob. So, there you go. Michaels and Taker comes in at number 2. Do I even have to show you what my number 1 is? I might as well just show you. Undertaker and Mick Foley. King of the Ring, 1998. Now, in my opinion, I don't give a fuck who you are. This is the greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time. Of all time. Taker and Mick Foley had a fierce rivalry. The Boiler Room Brawl. What else? The Buried Alive match. The match they had at Survivor Series 96. The whole 9 yards. I mean, the Boiler Room Brawl was one of Mankind's greatest matches ever. And so was this matchup, Hell in a Cell. Watching this as a kid, I was home with my brother and with my uncle watching this. And as a child, I remember saying to myself, while I was watching Taker tossing Mick Foley off the Hell in a Cell, I thought to myself, is Mankind dead? No. My brother tells me no. Mick Foley's not dead. Okay. So, Taker and Mick Foley began the match on top of the cell. Mick Foley tosses a chair on the top of the cell. The steel chair later on in this match will play a big factor in how Mick Foley looked after the second fall. So, they're fighting on top of the cell. Taker tosses Mick Foley 20 feet from the top of the cell to the announce table. I'm like, okay, is this match over? Did the bell even ring at this point? You still ask. I bet you watching this match, you ask yourself this question. Did the bell ever ring to start the match? I don't remember the bell even ringing that night in Pittsburgh. I don't remember. So, the first fall happened. So, a stretcher comes out. They had to raise up the top of the cell so the stretcher can go through and go into the announce position. So, Mick Foley took his mask off. They had to put him in a stretcher and go back around the aisleway. So then they lower the cell. Taker is climbing down the cell as the cell's being lowered. Mick Foley gets up, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? If you was to get tossed off 20 feet from the top of a cell into a table. I am not moving out of that fucking stretcher. I don't know how Mick Foley even got up. I don't know how. And they showed this on the documentary. When Mick Foley got up from the fucking stretcher, Taker had a look. He's like, what the fuck? How is this man moving? So, officials was trying to get Mick Foley to not climb up the cell again. Mick Foley says, get off me. And he climbs up the cell. Taker's halfway down. So he has to climb right back up. So Mick Foley gets up. I don't know how he has the fucking strength to even go up the cell, let alone go after that fucking first fall. So Mick Foley gets up from the cell, rolls towards the middle of the cell, and Taker is walking, and he has the chair in his hand. So Taker drops the cell, Taker drops the chair, picks up Mick Foley, gives him a headbutt and a right hand. So he grabs Foley by the throat, and I swear to God, the second fall was worse than the first one because of how Mick Foley landed. Taker choke slams Mick Foley from the top of the cell into the ring, and with the bottom part of the steel chair hitting Mick Foley's mouth. Hit the upper lip of Mick Foley, and a tooth went up his nose. Jesus Christ. You guys saw how Mick Foley even landed during the second fall. You thought that the first fall was worse. In my opinion, the second fall was worse, based off how Mick Foley even landed during this match. My God. And Mick Foley even revealed during this documentary, because last year was the 20th anniversary between Foley and Taker, Hell in a Cell. Yeah, for you people who fucking are old as fuck, I feel old just by saying that. So Foley revealed during that documentary that if Mick Foley never jumped, Mick Foley would have landed on his neck during that match. And Taker also said that he thought Foley died during the second fall, because the way Mick Foley landed, he never moved. Foley never moved. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So that's what had happened. So Taker tosses Mick Foley off the cell into the announce table. Foley gets back up. Taker chokeslams Foley through the cell, breaking the part of the ceiling onto the ring. And the match continued. The match continued. Taker ended up winning. Taker chokeslammed Mick Foley onto some thumbtacks. Taker gave Mick Foley the tombstone. The match is finally over. I'm like, thank Christ, this match is over. My God. Jesus fucking Christ. Mick Foley and Undertaker, number one, my favorite Hell in a Cell match of all time. Hope you guys enjoyed this top 10 video, man. If you guys enjoyed this top 10 greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time video, smash that like button as hard as you possibly can. Make sure to comment down below what is your top 10 greatest Hell in a Cell matches of all time. And if you guys are new to the channel, if you guys are looking for Raw review, SmackDown review, NXT review, Throwback Thursday, Top 10 Friday, a wrestling podcast, and episodes of WWE 2K19 My Career, hit that subscribe button down below, ring those bells for all notifications, man. Check out the content, man. Raw review, SmackDown review, NXT review, and Throwback Thursday. All of these videos will be in the upper right-hand corner of your screen in the annotation. Also, guys, follow me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring. Instagram, your boy Chris _WB. And Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you guys like what you see on the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells for all notifications. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode number 11 of the reality podcast right here on the channel. And let's just put it like this, folks. Based off this certain invitation that I handed out today, I hope not only he's watching, I hope he accepts, because I'm going to hit hard-hitting questions towards this man for tomorrow's podcast. So let's just say tomorrow, you guys might have something in store that you guys never seen coming, based off if he even accepts this or not. So if you guys are looking forward to that, Hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells for all notifications. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode number 11 of the Reality Podcast here on YouTube. Until then, I'm, of course, Chris. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow on episode number 11. Talk to you guys later.